to a cheerleading competition, and we saw two other special needs teams perform. And I went back to my cheerleading gym and realized that we didn't have a program that was available to athletes with exceptionalities, and so I asked the gym that I was at the time to start our own program to give that opportunity for people with exceptionalities. We were trying to find a gym that allowed us to run our program the way that we saw best for the girls and the athletes, and that's how we fell upon Georgia All-Stars, and they've been amazing since.
I'm Stacy Van Dyke, and I'm the Executive Director and Co-Founder of Special Twist. It's always been important to me to instill in my kids to give of their heart. That's kind of my mantra. And so I've always told them that it's more important to give of who you are than monetarily. You're making an impact in someone's life. So we are a nationally competitive team. My goal was kind of twofold. Not only to challenge their mental development, but also put them in a team environment so that they're socializing and developing not just their individualized skills, but also their social skills. Really, the intent is to showcase what these kids, and in some cases adults, because we do have adults on the team, are capable of doing. The community, the world, seems to have a perception that those with special needs aren't as capable as they are, and I challenge that and have these kids challenge that by actually showcasing that they can do exactly what everybody else does. They just find a different manner in which to do it.
Yeah, acceptance and patience is the biggest values that you can have, and they just want to be treated just like everyone else. So to treat them like any other person and be their friend and just show them kindness and acceptance, and that's truly what they're just looking for in this life, just as everyone else is.
Treat them like their typical peers, speak to them like they're an adult. It's one of my pet peeves. I do work with special needs students on a daily basis, and I think they appreciate, I'm on the high school level, but I think they appreciate when you speak to them like a young adult and have the same expectations. And honestly, I tell them every day, you could do hard things. They can do hard things. I think people underestimate. My name is Maureen Brooks. My daughter is McKenna Brooks. She's 21 years old. We came to Georgia All-Stars in a roundabout way. She had expressed an interest in cheerleading in high school. There really wasn't any opportunities for a special needs student at that time to cheerlead. I had asked the sport director at the high school, and they said it's up to the coaches. The coaches kind of declined. She actually did try out under the same guidelines as the other cheerleaders and did not make it. So I went online actually and just plugged in special needs cheerleading in the area, and Georgia All-Stars came up. I gave a call to Stacy Van Dyke, and she was very welcoming and told me about her program, and I saw a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Special Twist, Georgia All-Stars.
So for us, competition, it's not just about scoring and being first or second. It's about being out on the stage and really showing that these kids are capable of doing what all the other all-star cheerleaders are. With regards to our program, we're in the all-star cheerleading world. So cheerleading is a mainstream athletic sport. And when we started the program, there was only one other team in the nation at the time, and we had felt that we wanted to start a program that was generally offered to those with mainstream kids. We knew that these kids were going to be capable of doing something like this, and so for us, there's a score sheet. We are held to the same accountability as any other all-star cheerleader, so we're scored on jumps, and are they together? Are they high? Are they tight? Are they showing facials and having a good time on the stage? They're judged on tumbling. And not, the fact that they may not be able to do a back handspring, but can they do a forward roll? Are they trying to do a forward roll? How about their cartwheels? We're judged on the team as a whole. Do they like the choreography that we've put? We have always developed the choreography for the skills of the individual kids. So if they can all do forward rolls, we're going to put all forward rolls in for all of these kids. If some of them can do cartwheels, we'll put cartwheels in. Same thing with stunting. So stunting is where we lift athletes off the ground. Their teammates actually hold them up and lift them into the air. So we're judged on that. Did we let the cheerleader fall? Did we hold them up and gracefully bring them down to the ground? So there's a number of factors in what we're actually scored on.
Can you tell me your name?
McKenna.
Okay. And last name?
Brooks.
Okay. So, how are you liking cheer right now?
I really like cheering. I like making new friends.
Okay. And how did you get started with cheer?
I started cheering when I was like 12 years old.
What's your favorite part about practice?
I like stunts.
Stunting. You did competitions too, right?
Yes.
What's your favorite part about the competitions?
Winning medals.
Winning medals?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you're on stage in front of everyone and performing, what's the best part about that?
The music.
The music?
Yeah.
You like when it's super loud?
Yeah.
The first thing I would probably say is just love them, include them, but so that first, and then secondly, don't be scared to get close to them, because when you develop friendships and you care and you get closer, it takes some time, but if you understand, it's just like anything. If you understand the child, or you understand your friend or your person or your spouse, another person, then you get to understand what they're like, where their weaknesses are, where their strengths are, what they're good at, what they're not. And you could almost anticipate their behavior. And so then there's a bond, and with these kids, they're such a joy that bond just, I couldn't imagine not having Haley. So yeah, so just spend some time, get to know them, and it opens up a whole new world for the kids that are already special needs, and then for others. So sometimes I think our kids are actually, they help us more and they help society more than we do them, if that makes sense to you. Really, because they're such a joy and they see things and they're always happy that they see the world so differently. There's no bad days in their world.